What's up, Devils? J-Dawg back to answer more goddamn questions. Questions we're going over today. First, our goddamn order questions, goddammit. So today's orders, we got 4 questions all in one day, all for the dog, goddammit. And we know how it goes. If you fucking put your order in, you get your question answered front of the line, goddammit. Again, don't hold me to it because there's days I get super busy. I try to just mark these in a fucking notepad here. I copy and paste it. I may overlook it, and there's a couple questions. I think 1 or 2 I kind of just passed because it was kind of like almost like I would have nothing to say about it. And one of them I think I answered too. Like it was asking about like the humanized LP or something. So I have answered that 2 or 3 times and on a very recent video too. So watch past videos, bravas. Anyways, let's be fucking rapid fire these if I can. Goddamn it, Albert Brown. Hail to the dog and the masters of the dogverse. Question for the J Scratches record dog. When I recently saw Deceased, we brought you up. Oh, yeah, talking about the dog, huh? And he mentioned an arm wrestling match between you two. Yeah, King. Yeah, that was a long fucking time ago. But yeah, would you elaborate on how that went? If you were any more of the, if you have any more of the, if you don't like Deicide stickers or any other cool ones left, please include them in order. Get you covered, bro, town. Love seeing videos every day. The poser crushing, canoe flipping never ends. Goddamn right, goddamn it. HHR forever. Yep. Forever flipping canoes, forever selling records, goddammit. The arm wrestle, there's not too much to elaborate. King asked me. I really didn't want to, but we did anyways, and I'm not a fan of arm wrestling at all. It's a great way to fuck your goddamn tendon and connective tissue up. And I've noticed every time I've ever tried to arm wrestle, I always get an ache. Plus, I mean, my elbows are a little bit sensitive as is in here. I'll get it in there from like triceps and stuff like that. Luckily, both my elbows have been feeling good fucking about a year straight now, knocking on goddamn fucking wood. Just right now, I'm battling a little bit of a hip problem, which hopefully that should be solved in a few weeks. But I'm sure once that goes, it'll be something the goddamn fuck else. But anyways, with arm wrestling too, it always discouraged me. I always noticed it ached up my elbows. My elbows were always sensitive as is, or injury prone, I should say. Say for me, it just seems like genetically the elbows tend to ache as opposed to shoulders and shit like that. I usually don't get. But there's stories like Victor Martinez, which is one of my all-time favorite pro bodybuilders, and also Ian Valier, who's a current pro bodybuilder, pretty popular top dog guy. Both those guys arm wrestled pros, which they didn't want to. It's one of those deals. They were in the room at like an expo, and one of the top pro arm wrestlers was in the room, and of course, they see big fucking bodybuilder, strong. Yeah, let me arm wrestle. You let me arm wrestle. Well, they're not arm wrestlers. They're fucking bodybuilders. And of course, they don't want to. They don't want to. No, man. No, man. No, man. Don't want to do it. No, man. No, man. Victor's story is kind of, they almost, I forget, he tells the story how it went down. They almost fucked him. Like, okay, we'll just get it on camera then. And they did it. Then let's just like get a photo. Then they force him into doing it. So he told him, no. Yeah, I guess I'll do a photo. Do that. But anyways, both those guys' stories, the guy broke his fucking arm. They connected here and cracked it. So, because those guys could be fucking dicks in a sense. Again, arm wrestling is really, it's not a strength test whatsoever. All it is technique. If you want true strength tests, go for powerlifting and strongman, shit like that. And even, in my opinion, this is going to piss off a lot of fucking people, and they're definitely going to disagree with it, but that's fine. I don't even like, a lot of times, even powerlifting movements, I don't even think that it's true strength testing. The reason I say that, powerlifters, what do you mean? Because a lot of that's technique too. Like you can find some ridiculous shit. I saw something a few years ago. It was kind of all over YouTube, but like RX Muscle shit, they were talking about it. There was this one chick. It was a female powerlifter, and she got it to where what it was called the world's bench press with no movements, where they put such an arch in the back because they arched their back a lot and pinned their fucking ass to the seat to give them more leverage. And the reason they're doing that is, number one, you can drive a little bit more with your lats. It's like, dude, it's supposed to be a chest exercise, not a fucking lat exercise. And also, too, it shortens because you've got more of an arch. You're pointed up. There's less range of motion from the bar to the chest to lockout. So they're moving the bar range less. That's not strength. So this chick, there was one, she literally, it was like a chick does a 250-pound bench press, and she's like 90 pounds. Like, this chick can't bench 250. No fucking way. Not if I held a gun to her head, could she not? Not J-Dawg style, can she? No way, Jose. But she unracks it, and like, moves it like this, and that was a bench that completed it. But it counted because it was like legal and fucking that's fucking stupid. To me, what I want to see if you want a true strength test, if you want to use flat bench, go ahead. Personally, I think flat bench is fucking trash. Go on the incline. It's less injury prone, and it's really fucking just hits the upper chest. And fucking, quite frankly, who the fuck doesn't want some more upper chest? Go on there and see how many times, like, who could do the most on that, but for like 10 reps. All touching the chest, none of this super huge arch shit, because you're actually just, how strong is your fucking chest, triceps, front delts? The muscles that are supposed to be moving the goddamn thing. The reason I say incline too is because, yeah, you can't really do that arch shit. You could do a little bit, but you can't get away with as much, where now you're kind of locked in. All right, homie, let's see how much you can fucking move on that. Or standing shoulder press would be fine too, all the way down, all the way up. That would be, but again, for 10 reps, because a lot of times too, one rep, it's kind of like there's technique and it's like, I don't know, it's just not a true strength test to me. That's why when I see goddamn like some of the strong pro bodybuilders like Ronnie Coleman and shit, yeah, they weren't moving as much weight as top powerlifters, but it was more impressive because they were doing it with the actual muscle that's supposed to be doing it and not with leverage points and shit. So that's strength test to me, and nobody fucking does that. So arm wrestling, get fucking lost. And if you're in arm wrestling, go ahead and fucking arm wrestle. But I'm saying, don't come up and ask me. I'm gonna turn you fucking down. And because yeah, any fucking pro pulled that shit on me and broke my goddamn arm, dude, I'd fucking take a baseball bat to his fucking face. I'd be pissed, especially when that's just a dick move. He kind of knew he was gonna do that. Anyways, next goddamn question. Anthony Zacharia. What's up, J-Dog? What are your favorite music documentaries? Question marks. Favorite music documentaries. To be honest with you, I don't really know too many. I mean, does Lords of Chaos? Was that a documentary? It was a movie. I thought it was pretty good. I enjoyed it. Kind of cheeseball. Seemed kind of exaggerated. I highly doubt fucking Count Chocula was drinking goddamn chocolate milk when we were in goddamn Euronymous. And I sure as hell hope Euronymous wasn't as much of a fucking pussy ass wimp that they portrayed him in that goddamn movie. But to be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised if he was. Um, yeah, movie documentaries for music. I don't know too many to be honest with you. I mean, does that Cannibal Corpse Centuries of Torment DVD count? Is that a documentary? I just consider it a DVD. If that's a documentary, I like that. Let's go with that if that counts as one. Also, I always hated going to the gym. I hate going to the gym, man. That's my fucking favorite place. God damn it, gym is my home. So I just bought a bench to lift at my apartment. Love lifting at home. Got a straight bar and enough weights to make any lift to failure. Okay. Apart from the basics, bench, squats, rows, are there any uncommon exercise you do apart from basic compounds you think people don't integrate enough into their routine? Keep up the great work, T-Bone Tone. Oh, it's T-Bone Tone, guys. You know his real name's Anthony. Well, it depends what your goals are. You know what I mean? If you're trying to look anything like a bodybuilder, for example, if you got inspired to do this because you're looking at anybody that's physique related, whether they're competing in bodybuilding or physique or classic physique or any of that shit, you're going to need a hell of a lot more than that to do that. But if you're looking just to be fit, lose body fat, be fucking healthy, and just have a decent amount of skeletal muscle onto you, where you can you're gonna prevent kind of like aging as you get older, like muscle wasting and shit like that. The exercises you mentioned, that's pretty much all you fucking need. Did you mention deadlifts? You can throw deadlifts in there. Bent over barbell rolls. You mentioned those. Did you mention those? You mentioned bench. I would put pull ups, chin ups in there. Bench, squats, rows. You put in there. So you put bench, squats, rows. What else would I put in there? If you're this guy that's just trying to be fit and healthy, I'd throw in deadlifts in there. Pull ups, chin ups, and that'll pretty much cover it. Because that'll cover your goddamn full body. Maybe standing barbell. I would do those standing shoulder barbell presses. I would do those too. And then also for just injury prevention, maybe 3 sets of like barbell curls because you tend to get like tendonitis and shit if you get a weak link in there. But you don't need to be standing there doing curls for days. For most people, again, unless you're trying to somewhat look like a bodybuilder, that's the look you're kind of looking for. But curls and shit are a complete waste of fucking time. Just you'll get the most bang for your buck doing any pulling exercise for back. But I like to put them in people's plan if they're just a regular, just Joe Blow, and they don't care about how their physique looks. just for injury prevention. But again, 3 sets of barbell curls, you're good to go. 10, 12 reps, that's all you the fuck need. So I'll add those in. Devin Innes, yo J Dog, have you ever heard that rap song that old Mick Tom G Warrior put out under Celtic Frost called Hip Hop Judgin? Question mark. I've never heard of that. From a 2002 demo titled Prototype. Couldn't believe my eyes and ears when I came across that backwards hat, baggy pants wearing garbage. Thought I'd share in case you hadn't heard it. Keep up the great work. Stay heavy. I have not seen or heard about that, but I almost get the impression you're kind of fucking with me because everybody, well, I don't know about everybody, but a lot of guys on this fucking channel know that I'm out of the fucking loop. And just throw out there because I've never heard of that. And I've always heard even some of the Celtic Frost shit I haven't heard, whether here in Don or whatever, rip on it. I've heard about it. So that is news to me and I've heard multiple people, which I have heard, the obituary track, I'm Back from the Dead, obituary. Like I said, I have heard that, but I've also through the years heard people, running a goddamn train on their ass for that. So why haven't they of Tom G? If that's true, if Tom G truly has a hip hop rap fucking song, that's all the more. Why is this guy get a fucking pass? Everyone was calling out obituary, everybody was calling out Anthrax, and I agree. I'd call them out for that too. Why aren't they calling out Tom G? He's right hand in hand with fucking Dark Throne. Annoying as fuck. But no, haven't heard it, but it doesn't change my chance to stance the guy. Does he listen to heavy music? Fuck no, he don't. Anna Benson, also known as Layla Lover. Pretty sure that's you, Layla Lover, right? The name's right? I'm almost positive it is. Question. If bands like Pounder and Savage Master started in the heyday of heavy metal and not in the last decade or so, do you think their members would still have the heavy metal spirit today? Same with bands like Toxic Holocaust. What if Joel had started his band in the 80s and Metallica's first album was from 2003? Would Joel have made Load/Reload? Never thought about it. Very good question. And I mean, it's extremely fucking possible. And the reason it is almost because the guys that when they started, the bands you're bringing up that started off in the 80s, you got to remember that when they started off listening to music, they didn't start off listening to metal because for the most part it didn't exist. So that wasn't their passion. So them going down, like I'm sick of kind of playing this because they were never, that's why I was saying about a lot of the big boy guys. They're not into heavy music. They're not into metal music, like the Tom G's and shit like that. Why I call, well, okay, so if you know, what the fuck you calling out? All I'm saying, I call Tom G out because he says in an interview that he is. And I'm like, dude, no, you're not. Now, number one, you didn't mention anybody. And number two, most of the guys just by default, well, think about it. When they got in the fucking music, if Slayer put their first record out in 83, metal wasn't around prior to that much. Count Black Sabbath, 70s, but that's borderline fucking hard rock. And again, at the very least, don't fucking count. What was before fucking Slayer? You had Venom, you had Fate, Exciter, but I mean, not too much fucking shit. And that's assuming they even heard that. You know what I mean? So what did they grow up on? 70s shit. Maybe even 60s and stuff, hearing their parents listen to this stuff. So what are they? Naturally, that's what they're into. Why they had the ambition to play music? I mean, play metal music and a more extreme style. Young, energy, try to fucking turn up the notch and everything, be a little bit more extreme. But again, since their hearts weren't truly into it, then of course they're going to kind of burn out on playing it. And that explains everything. Like even like Carcass and stuff like that. That's how you almost know that they're not into this. It's like, dude, if you truly were, you wouldn't be playing what you ended up playing later on in your career. Now, guys like when you mentioned Savage Master, Toxic Holocaust and shit, they're less likely because they grew up listening to metal. That's what inspired them to play music. You see what I'm saying? Suppose a Slayer, Metallica shit, they didn't grow up listening to metal. So flip them around, put Metallica in Toxic Holocaust time frame and Joel and Metallica time frame. Yeah, probably would he still probably be playing metal? No, probably not, but for the same reasons. Didn't grow up listening to fucking metal. You know what I mean? That's my honest guess. Anyways, that was all the fucking questions from the goddamn orders. So this next video live, what I already pulled up, did proofread shit. Just scroll to first question marks. It's on the video 3 weeks ago. Keep fighting with each other, dum-dums. It's exactly what the government and higher ups want. Sure is, goddammit. HUW Morgan, question marks. Question. What do you think of the current education system around the world? Does it teach us what we need to know? Fuck no, it don't. I've been saying the thing is, again, a lot of this stuff with these people bitching and whining about today and the school system and stuff like that, yeah, it is wimpy and it is shitty, but it was shitty when I was even going to school. I said it back when I was for sure in high school, but I think even middle school. I'm like, this is the dumbest, biggest ass fucking shit and waste of time. I was like, what they need to teach you, you need to have a class on nutrition. It blows my fucking mind when people don't know that, like, what makes up a calorie? Protein, carbs, and fats. People don't know. There's just three macronutrients. They literally don't know that. 1 gram of protein is 4 calories. 1 gram of carbohydrate is 4 calories. 1 gram of fat is 9 calories. If you don't even know that, and I bet you there's 80% of the people watching this right now, because this is not, it's the metal channel, they don't even know that. And that's nothing against you. I didn't know that either until I got into training and nutrition, shit like that. I didn't know that either. That is basic. Now, that is the equivalent to me when someone says they don't know that when it comes to nutrition. Dude, you literally don't even know your ABCs. That's not an attack anyone, because I didn't start learning until I was in my 20s. I had to self-teach myself all shit. But it's crazy the schools don't teach that. It's like no wonder people don't know how to eat and shit like that. There should be so basic education on fucking nutrition. There should be a class on how to fix your car, how to do an oil change, basic things you need in life. Home ec. There should be a test on home ec, how to cook, how to fucking clean, all the shit that run a goddamn home. Like even if you're just a single dude, you should know how to cook basic shit. I know fucking dudes like, dude, I don't even know how to scramble eggs. The fuck? You don't need to be some goddamn gourmet fucking chef. That's not necessary. But you should have basic fucking skills. They don't teach that in school. That's the fucking problem. They teach you about stupid ass language arts. Read this book that has nothing to do with nothing. The only thing in school that still has relevance today, I say it, once you get up to about fifth, sixth grade, as far as I'm concerned, you can just drop out of school as far as I'm concerned. You really can, because it's completely fucking useless. You need the first 6 years because they teach you your ABCs, basic math, and how to read. You need those. You do. After that, it's just complete fucking garbage. Not one fucking thing, not one goddamn thing from middle school. Like I said, maybe early middle school, sixth, seventh grade at the latest. Anything after that, eighth grade and above. Not one thing have I used my adult years or needing it. Not fucking one. Complete useless fucking garbage. So, yeah, teach you about things you're going to actually need in this fucking world. But it's always, like I said, it's always been like that. The people are pissing and whining because most of the people because they got no fucking life, so they just got to have something to complain about what's going on in the world and shit like that. It's like, but it's always been shitty. Yeah, it's a little shittier now. I will agree. Mostly shitty because it's more wimpified now. Like, we'll take these words out of books and stuff. That's just pussy shit. Is what all that's going on. But as far as school being pretty much fucking useless, that's been the case. Where you been, Mama? Next goddamn question mark. Yeah, useless question there. Yeah, awesome guys. Ask me if I like Doom. You guys know my question on that. You know my stance on that. Not really for the most part, exception here and there. Goat 8 Tonsors. Swollen Black was too bouncy and rabbit hot for me. I haven't listened to Swollen Black in a while. Athnar was just down here in the shop. He picked up either CD or LP of Swollen Black. I haven't heard this in years. He picked it up and he texted me the next day. He's like, this Swollen Black's pretty fucking good. But he remembered not liking it either. I was like, fuck, that means I need to probably go recheck it out. And I have considered rechecking it out because I've only listened to it once. And it was Sadist I was a little late to the game on. I think I was 19, 20, or 21 in that area. I remember roughly around the time when I first heard Sadist. It was actually the Death of Posers demo. It was the Hammerheart CD. I believe it was Hammerheart that put it on. And then I heard Illusions Chemical Exposure and then Swollen Black. But it was all around the same time. But the Death of Posers demo was the first thing I heard. So I went from that, I'm like, this is fucking great. Then I remember hearing Swollen Black. Again, when I heard it, I didn't think it sucked. I'm just like, man, talk about a fucking downgrade. I was like, this doesn't have the intensity. I was like, that's what the whole premise of the band. I was like, just that crazy intensity was what really made that shit great. You got to just like, it's kind of just a generic thrash record. So I didn't remember it stinking. But now, being older, fucking, tired and run down, goddammit, man, put on, like, I like these some catchy ass fucking riffs. Yeah, doesn't have the aggression still, but these some catchy jams. So that is a possibility. So I do need to re-put on the player. So what the fuck, T-Bone Tone? J-Dawg, what's your take on the old Cleveland couple that sued their neighbor for having a pizza oven in his backyard. The neighbor successfully defended himself in court, sent those canoes home on a stretcher. I don't know anything about it. Like, why would they why would they care if the guy had a fucking pizza oven in his backyard? Like, what the fuck's wrong with that? Jacob Brockman, hey J Dawg, do you have a favorite autopsy album? Do I have a favorite autopsy album? How often are you watching the channel? Blah, blah. Severed Survival and only Severed Survival. The rest is it's fucking city. Demos are fucking great. Severed Survival. Severed Survival is, I'm not going to say it's like one of my favorite death metal albums ever, but it's one of the classics of classics, and I like it very much so. After that, I mean, Mental Funeral had a couple songs I liked, but for the most part, and people like even after I was like, yeah, but it sounds so great. The sound is cool on it, I agree. I was like, it's just too slow. I was like, it's slow and just boring. I'm like, pick up the pace, bros. That was the problem. But yeah, did it sound cool and dirty? Yeah, but I mean, cool and down and dirty don't mean fucking nothing if it's fucking snooze goddamn central. You gotta have them riffs, the riffs. And it didn't have too many goddamn riffs that were moving me anyways. That's it for this one, Devils. Comes close concerns, you know the fucking do. Put the consequence hands by the morning. Later, goddammit.